Charanakamalam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Srirupanuga Bhakti-Damcha Krupamurtim Narayana Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhipradayine Sarvamangala-rupaya Sarvananda-vidayine Ye Shri Guru Jnanadadina Swanandadatta Karnaika-sindho Vrindavanavasi Naitavatara Prasida Sri Radha Pranipachara Prayasvabho Jagannatha Guru Samsara Vagnina Dagdam Mam Kaladashtam Chatvamaham Sharanam Gata Radha Sanmukha Samsaktim Sakisanga Nivasinim Twamaham Satatam Vande Guru Rupam Param Sakim Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Let me offer millions of essences of Lotus feet of Gurudev. On Guru Varga Nama Nishta Santa Dandavad. All the Dandavad. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. One second. अच्छा हरे कृष्णा अभी लेट हो रहा है अभी बोलता है आ रहा है शिवानंद वो तो इनको भेज के देखिए हमें फोन उठाता नहीं हाँ देखिए अच्छा so today is tomorrow is Sunday so tomorrow is Jahnavi Puja Jahnu Saptami then 10th is Nityananda Shakti Sri Nityananda Shakti Sri Jahnavi Devi and also Sri Ram Shakti Sri Sita Devi appearance day Sri Madhu Pandit disappearance day then 12th is Mohini Ekadasi then 15th is Sri Nrsimha Chaturdasi then 26th is Apara Ekadasi 10th June is Pandav Nirjala Ekadasi 14th June is Jagannath Snana Yatra then 1st July is Rath Yatra so Jahnavi Devi's Avirbhava appearance day Jahnavi and Sita Mataji and then Mohini Ekadasi so Jahnavi Devi, there is so much to say, impossible to say. See, Jahnavi Devi is the Shakti of Nityananda Prabhu. Vasudha and Jahnavi. Surya Das Sarakela, the daughters of Surya. Actually, if you in Krishna's pastime, Balaram had two wives, Varuni, two Shakti, Revati. ये अभी क्या हो गया भाई? घास का हाँ लेकर आ रहा देखा मैं घास में जैसा फिर इनको बोल देना बोला ना थोड़ी इसको डिले करके काट के देना so Balaram had two Shakti Varuni and then Revati they two appeared as Vasudha and then Jahnavi. Sometimes Jahnavi Devi is also known as the Ananga Manjari, and both are accepted. Now his parent, his father, Surya Das Sarakela, had three brothers, Gauri Das, Sri Krishna Das, and then Nrsimha Chaitanya. All are amazing personalities. Now with Jahnavi Devi, it is, they say, without the mercy of Sri Jahnavi Devi, we cannot cross this saga, this material ocean. Without her mercy, no one can do service to Sri Nityananda Prabhu or his Aradhya Deva, Sri Gaurahari and Sri Radha Krishna. Prem Seva is not possible. So without mercy of Jahnavi. So even Bhakti-Vinod Thakur, he says in his writing, Kalyana Kalpataru, please have mercy on this your servant. Today itself, please save me. Bhakti-Vinod Thakur, how he praying from this suffering, please save me from this. I have complete faith in what? One who takes shelter of your lotus feet, one who takes this, one take the shelter of lotus feet, you make them cross this ocean of Bhavasagar. You are the Shakti of Sriman Nityananda Prabhu. And then you are the Guru of Krishna Bhakti. If you, on whom you show your mercy, you can fulfill one's desire. And you're like, your lotus feet is like Kalpataru, a tree, wish fulfilling tree. Can offer everything. I do not know how many people you have saved. So today I'm so unfortunate. I'm praying at your lotus feet to save me. This is Bhakti-Vinod Thakur. Bhakti-Vinod Thakur is, that's why it's called Saptama Goswami, Vaishnava Thakur, Satchidananda, Gaura Shakti Swarupa, so Bhakti-Vinod Thakur ki jai. Gaura Shakti, but it's still feeling, teaching us that how one should the feeling, approaching these great personalities without whom we cannot, And then also Krishna Das, in the everyday we do Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Sri Govinda Gopinato, Srimad Shama Kunda Radha Kunda, Giri Govardhan, Kalindi Yamuna Jayo, Jayo Ma, Keshi Gata, Vamshi Vata. So all this, actually in this is powerful in the morning. If you sing this and we are making parikrama, entire Vrindavan. So at the end, Krishnadas says, Sri Jannava Pada Padma Kariya Smara, Dina Krishna Dasa Kahe Nama. So by remembering lotus feet of Sri Jahnavi Devi, I'm doing this parikrama. So in other words, without the mercy of Jahnavi Devi, we cannot do parikrama of Vrindavan. So one time when Sri Jahnavi Devi came to Vrindavan, Gopinath. So next to Gopinath, deity of Radha. That's right. So she felt no Radha. She felt the deity of Radha should have been a little higher, for the matching. For she felt like that. Then in the night, she had a dream that Gopinath is telling, yes, what he felt is right, so he make one. So then once she left, she disappeared, right? At that time, she made one deity, and then she entered it that deity herself. And then she inspired others to go and take it to Gopinath, put him on the right side. So the pujari was a little hesitant to do that. Then Gopinath himself came in dream and told him, don't be hesitant. Jahnavi Devi is Ananga Manjari, very dear to me. So he established her on the right side. So even today, that's how you see them. But when Aurangzeb destroyed the temples, before he destroyed, there was a clue. Devotees, pujaris, was knew that is going to happen because of the Mansingh in Jaipur, So he gave a warning. See, he is going to come and destroy. So what the pujaris did was they carried principal deities to Jaipur, not in one day. Some went to Radhakund, stayed few days, then Kamyavan, few days, like that, and then to Jaipur. When Kundale also went to Kamyavan, up to Kamyavan, then she said, no, cannot leave Vrindavan. So she stayed back. So the original deity of Vrinda Devi, that is established by the great grandson of, great grandson of Krishna. Krishna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, then Vajranath. So established Vajranath is still in Kamyavan. Then our Gurudev established the original. Actually, if you have to take darshan of her, she's really not very. There's another pastime in Gurudev, how it happened. Then they established the Pratibhu, of Radha Gopinath again in Vrindavan. So Anagamanja Jahnavi Devi is on the right side. So that is Madhu Pandit. It was found by two devotees near Vamshivat. At that time, Paramananda Bhattacharya and Madhu Pandit, they were worshipping Yugal. So one day, when Paramananda Bhattacharya went for taking bath in Yamuna, water is overflowing. So the water going along the bank, water has a tendency to take over the mud also, right? So the deity was visible, beautiful, Gopinath. Then Paramananda Bhattacharya brought that and gave it to Madhu Pandit. You have to take care, do service to him. Then, before it was there in Vamshivat, now it is in the present place, big temple. But like I was telling before, destroyed by Muslim. But they rebuilt it. So Madhu Pandit's disappearance day is also there. 10th. Like appearance day of Jahnavi Devi, and then disappearance day of Madhu Pandit. Whether it is coincident or not, you can guess it. Amazing. Of course, for us, appearance day or disappearance day is same thing. Actually, disappearance day is much more important in one sense. Because for Vaishnava, there is no disappearance or appearance. They come, do the required assignment, seva, and then Lord is calling, or his Guru Parampara is calling, hey, come back there, So they leave here and then go there. So there is no continuity of seva is there. So Jahnavi Devi, many pastimes are there. One time, when she was Keturi Dham, Keturi Dham, where there was big festival. It is even today people remember. So at that time, Jahnavi Devi went and installed the deities there. Then she herself got up early, cooked, offered to deities, and then she served them. Amazing, Then, while she was going to Vrindavan, On the road, in one village, there were dakus. Dakus meaning thieves. So what happened was, Vaishnavas, they do kirtan, they take prasadam, they do kirtan, taking rest. So these thieves were thinking, oh, now they are taking prasadam, they're doing kirtan, they will take rest. At that time, you will go and rob them, right? So what happened was, they keep coming and checking, keep on coming, checking. Looks like the kirtan was, it was going on for a long time. And then morning came, the sunrise. Then the thieves were thinking, wait a minute, what happened? So, the power of Jahnavi Devi somehow gave them mercy, made them Vaishnavas, So, even the thieves, that is the Vaishnava quality. Even though they came for actually doing something bad or, unpleasant thing, but the Vaishnavas don't take that as a, because they see the nature of the soul. The nature of the soul, like I was telling, 8 qualities. We have to remember this all the time. When we see what are the 8 qualities of a soul, the Mukta Jiva, liberated soul of Vaishnava, Param Vaishnava, is that it cannot sin, cannot do sin, papma. Why? It has no connection with the Maya, avidya. So how it can do sin? Then second is, it has no disease, meaning Nitya Nutana, eternally fresh youth, eternal youth. Then no death, no shoka, no suffering, no all this. Then bhoga vasana rahita. They don't have this enjoying tendency. I want to eat this, that, this. Bhoga vasana rahita. Even vasana, the subtle thing is also not there. See, our biggest enemy is bhoga vasana, siddhi lalasa, bhoga lalasa, siddhi lalasa, mukti lalasa. Like 3 ghosts. So bhoga vasana is also not there. Then anya vilashita shunya. They have no other abhilash, desires, other than fulfilling the desire of the Lord. Anya vilashita. Then their satya sankalpa, their desire is for the desire of the Lord. So there is no fault in it. Satya sankalpa. So that will take place because it is for the fulfilling the desire of the Lord. So these 8. So Jahnavi Devi, seeing, even though he is a thief, but inside the background, see, foreground, thief, background, soul, pure soul. So now why is becoming thief? It is the desire of serving the Lord as vikara, meaning transformed, to stealing. The original love for Sri Krishna, Krishna Prem, has transformed into these things. maybe whatever, one has this material. So the root is that Krishna Prema itself. So if you make that strong, then this will go away. So that's why, see, he turned in the one who came for stealing became a Vaishnava. Look at the story of Haridas Thakur, right? Now Prahlad Maharaj story, Nrsimha Chaturdashi is coming 15th. So Prahlad Maharaj, uh, uh, Prahlad Maharaj, uh, Haridas Thakur. See, one time a prostitute came to see Haridas Thakur in the middle of the night. He's alone. Now, one hand we know, he cannot be alone with the, especially what to speak of prostitute. But what is happening is, Hare Krishna, ತಾಯಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾಳೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಆಯ್ತಾಯಿ, ನಾಳೆ ಅಥವಾ ಆಯ್ತಾಯಿ. So, Haridas Thakur, see, prostitute has come. But is Haridas Thakur looking at her as a prostitute? No. She is seeing her as a devotee, Vaishnavi. Background Vaishnavi, everybody is a Vaishnavi. Background is everybody Vaishnavi. Foreground, we are putting on this, that, Indian American teacher or, whatever, president, vice president, like this and all. But background is Vaishnavis. Huh? All are Vaishnavis. Huh? So, he is looking at that. So, his thinking is how to bring that to the foreground. Now it is in the background. Haridas Thakur is thinking how to bring that to the foreground. You understand? Foreground, background, right? So, like in a backside is Vaishnavi. Huh? So, what to do that? Best thing is Harina, right? Ekadasi Harina. So, he told her, please, it is very nice that you have come. It is very nice that you have come. Please sit down. And, I want to fulfill your desire. And, I have this task. I have taken a vow that I have to do this 3 lakh. Then I will fulfill your desire. If anybody here this way, people think, what? Wait a minute. What is this? Haridas Thakur telling like this, right? Mistake. Oh, he has a very bad, but look at the pure devotee, their intention. How nicely they are telling, So she said, all right. She paid obeisances. The first thing she did was paid obeisances to Tulsi. So she got some Sukriti, right? Tulsi was there. Hare Krishna. ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಬಂದ್ರಿ, ನಾನು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಗೋಶಾಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬನ್ನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೌದಾ, ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ Haridas Thakur, see, why they have come to elevate the conditioned souls, and it doesn't matter what kind of condition, whether it's a prostitute or a king or a robber, it doesn't matter. Their mercy goes to everybody. So Haridas Thakur is telling, oh beautiful lady, please sit down and please forgive me. I've taken this vow to fulfill. Once I finish this, I'm sure I will finish it soon. See, he's tricking her. Tricking her what? To listen to Harinam. I will finish soon. I will have over. Please sit down and listen. Sit down. Once I finish, I will fulfill your desire. Then he's chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. He's crying, oh Lord, please make her heart pure. No, bestow your mercy, make her devotee, make her Vaishnavi. You understand? Haridas Thakur. So the pure devotee's prayer will go in vain? No. So then morning, then he's telling, look, it's already, sunrise, but I'm not able to finish my round. Please come back again, evening or something like next day. Then she was, oh nice. So she went away. Already the listening to Mahamantra is working, right? Next day she came, same thing. And then by the time second day ended, because she got purified, all the dirt is gone. She's crying. Started crying. She became a Vaishnava. Oh, please forgive me. I came with a wrong intention. They sent me to bring, to destroy your character. But no, no, you were so nice, merciful to me. See, she completely transformed. See, the power of Vaishnava association. Now, of course, the Nam take the shelter of the pure devotee, right? Through him only it will show his mercy. So then what happened? Haridas Thakur is telling, okay, now whatever we have, wealth and this and that, you give it to Brahmanas. Don't keep anything. Don't worry for your day-to-day thing taken care of. Krishna will arrange. You sit down near the Tulsi, keep chanting, take a bath, and then Ganga, then he initiated us. Bas, over. See, she became a very well-known Param Vaishnavi, Many devotees to go and take darshan. So, like that, Jahnavi Devi also, so many of them. Then, when she was in Vrindavan, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, Lokanath Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Madhu Pandit. Like we were telling Madhu Pandit of Gopinath, right? So they all welcomed her. They treated, nicely, and then they all of these great Mahabhag took her to Madan Mohan, Sri Govinda, Gopinath. Then they went to Govardhan, then Radhakund. So near Radhakund, they did the darshan of Raghunath Das Goswami. He was already advanced and then very thin. Then she stayed for 3 days in Radhakund, Jahnavi Devi. Then when he was near the Kund, actually, many of you might have gone to Radhakund. Remember when we enter on that side, Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi, we enter, and then on right side there is a Jahnavi Devi sitting place. Okay, that's where. There's a little step also going in the water. There she stayed for 3 days, and then one day she was able to listen the flute of Krishna. And then she also had the darshan of Krishna. She became very lost herself in that. That ghat is known as Jahannava Ghat even today. Then she did so parikrama of Rajamandal. She heard Bruhad Bhagavatamritam from Jiva Goswami. I think Rupa and Sanatan already disappeared by that time. Then she came back to Gauda Desh. Then she was at Keturi Dham, like remember we were telling last 3-4 days. Then she visited Ekachakra Dham, Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu's Balya Leela, appearance place. Then Katoya, Srikhand, Mayapur, Ambika, Saptaja. Also, when she went to Vrindavan, Gauri Das Pandit, when she came there, looking at the samadhi of Gauri Das Pandit, apparently she lost herself. She could not control herself. Continuously, tears in her eyes, Gauri Das Pandit. Then she Kardaha, she came back to Kardaha, Nityananda's place, and then she retold all these things to Vasudha, and then Veerachandra Prabhu also. Veerachandra Prabhu is the Vasuda's Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu's son. He is Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. Kshirodak Sai Vishnu himself appeared as the son of Vasudha, and then Ganga Devi also appeared as Ganga Devi. Kshirodak Sai Vishnu became Veerachandra Prabhu. And then Veerachandra Prabhu accepted Jahnavi Devi as a guru. Because one time she displayed, she was taking bath, he came, and then to cover her breast, she manifested 2 more hands, He saw her as a 400 form. Then he accepted her as guru. Then she arranged, see the Vishnu Tattva has 3 Shaktis. Bhu, Sri, and then Leela or Neela. So, Virabhadra is Vishnu Tattva, Shirak Sai Vishnu. So, Jahnavi Devi made her marry the 2 Shaktis, Srimati and Sri Narayani. Yadunandan Acharya's daughters. And they also took Diksha from Jahnavi Devi. So this Vaishak Shukla Navami Tithi is the disappearance day of Jahnavi Devi. Jai Jahnavi Devi ki Jai Jai. So we pray at our lotus feet because without her we cannot even serve, we cannot even have the Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. So you can imagine. And without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, we cannot have Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And without Gauranga Radha Krishna, it's not possible. Huh? So 10th May is appearing. And also Ram Shakti Sita Devi appearance there is also same. Now Sita appeared in Janakpuri. Many amazing pastimes is there. Janaka Maharaj, Janaka Maharaj, he wanted to do yajna. So to do yajna, before that you have to purify. So they have the these nandis. They have a plowing the bulls. So while he was doing it, the plow has a little part, so that stuck to a box. In that came out, and then he saw the beautiful Sita, baby Sita, beautiful. And then he gave it to wife, and she brought her up. And Sita, when she was a small girl, one time, see, Janak Maharaj had a Shiva Dhanas, meaning the bow of Lord Shiva, very powerful. No one can lift. Even all these big kings, later on we'll see even Ravana and all that, they could not. So only Lord Ram lifted. So when she was very young, very small girl, so she was given the service of cleaning, that bow, put it in a box. It takes at least 1,000 people to just move around. So big, so heavy. And then one day, Janak Maharaj said that he saw distance, even though she was little, she was easily moving around as if it's like a toy. Then Janak Maharaj decided, wow, what 1,000 people cannot lift, what I cannot do, she's moving like a toy. So I should give her to marriage, who we will also do like this, like a toy moving, or easily can tie it up. So like that. When he did that, he also had a boon from Brahma that no one will disturb him. Otherwise, many kings came and wanted to disturb. Then Vishwamitra brought Ram to Janakpuri, and there was a festival. And then Vishwamitra gave a permission to Ram. We go and lift it, we tie it. Then he went, and then touching it, and it broke the piece, two piece. And then what it is, see that bow is not different from Shiva. Shiva is the greatest devotee of the Lord, right? We know, right? So why it broke down? Because he wanted to touch the lotus feet of Lord Ram. Okay, you understand? So he himself broke. Actually, Lord Ram did not do anything, because this is what Lakshman is telling. Only Lakshman saw this. He can, Akhanda Guru Tattva. He can understand what has happened. So then Bhargavaram, Parashurama came with anger. What is this? Who did this? Why broke it? Then Lakshman is telling, why you are so angry, upset? Lord Ram didn't do anything. It broke itself. What? Like that. Very beautiful conversation, Then, of course, Lord Ram testified, Bhargava Rama, Parashurama. And then he made him give up all his anger and then sent him for. He's still there. Parashurama is still there. Actually, in South India, they say, in a hill. So, coming back so early. So we pray, both Sita and then Jahnavi Devi to bestow mercy, Krishna prayed. Sita is none other than Radha herself. So then 15th is Nrsimha Chaturdasi. So we were continuing the pastime of Prahlad Maharaj. We should remember this prayer when we upset. See, it's easy to get upset, okay? 3 prayers, is staying. He is telling his father, please give up your demonic mentality. Now, we also have some. See, in the age of Kali, Satyuga, there used to be demons and the devotees, different planets, right? Then same planet, different places. Then different. Then in the age of Kali, in the same body, we have both devotee and demon. Sometimes we have a mentality of devotee, sometimes we have mentality of demon. So we have to make the devotee mentality strong and then make it kashai, murchit, meaning we have to make the demonic mentality in our unconscious, right? And that's what this Kamadeva, Cupid, the Laukik, mundane Cupid. If you think of transcendental Cupid, Krishna, 5 arrows, right? Flower arrows, and then 24 and a half moons, Krishna, If you meditate on that, then this mundane Cupid will become unconscious, So same way, Prahlad is telling, please give up your demonic mentality. And we cannot give up demonic mentality on our own. Like Prahlad, like great devotees, we have to take help. They have to pray for us. That's why Prahlad is praying, oh Lord, let there be auspiciousness to all around the world. Let demoniac people give up their demonic mentality. Let every living entity pray for the welfare of all living entities, welfare of the living entity. Then let my mind be not attached to anything of this world, but completely attached to your holy names. Say one like that. And let my intelligence, nishkam and then immerse in me. So he is telling, please give up your demonic mentality. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Don't discriminate, enemies and friends. Make your mind equipoised towards everyone. Mind equipoised everyone. Except uncontrolled mind and misguided mind, there is no enemy within this world. Uncontrolled mind and misguided mind. Uncontrolled and misguided mind. Except that there is no enemy. So that means what? Who is our enemy? Is it outside or no? Or maybe different people, different country? Or no. Within us, our own uncontrolled mind is misguided. So now how we become uncontrolled? What do you mean by uncontrolled mind? I remember I was telling, mind has to come under control of buddhi, right? Like a baby. Remember, I give an example. Little baby being carried by the mother in a marketplace. Baby is telling, "Mommy, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want," demanding. If mommy agrees to for all, then that is uncontrolled mind, okay? But if the mommy says, "Hey, no, this is good for you, this is not good for you," then the baby cannot do anything. It has no buying power. It can only say, express, right? Sankalpa vikalpa. It can say, I like this, I don't like this, but it has no buying power. So buying power is the mom. So like that, uncontrolled. Misguided meaning, how do we get misguided? Like this pastime of Ekadasi, this time, the morning Ekadasi, morning Ekadasi, 12th of May. What it is one time Lord Ram, of course Lord Krishna is telling this to Nrsimhade Maharaj, and Krishna is telling, one time Lord Ram asked Vasishta Muni about this Ekadasi, and what did he ask? Oh Vasishta Muni, oh Gurudev, because of separation from Sita, how to overcome that, So, please, then he says, I'm suffering from, from the separation from Sita. Actually, see the Leela of Lord Ram. Okay, how you remember they cannot be separated. Shaktir Shakti Matora Veda. But for Leela, he does. Anyway, then Vasishta Muni is telling, oh Ramchandra, you have asked a wonderful question. But you know what? By remember your name, if you utter your name, remember your name, all the troubles is gone. But still you are asking, I'm going to tell you. So he is telling one time, there was a town called Bhadravati. There was a king called Drutiman, and there was a Dhanapal. Dhanapal is one of the resident. He was rich, but he was doing so much service, welfare of others. He was very well known. You can ask, they will give you anything. We will establish a udyan, like a beautiful place, water, houses, like that. Then he had 5 children. One of the last one was, his name was Drushtavidhi, meaning the name itself indicates he had a very bad intelligence. not only bad, bringing inauspicious to others himself. So he was with the prostitute all the time, this and that, and then he started going with her, then spending too much money. Then his father became so much upset, he threw him out of the house. Then everybody threw him out, So he is spending his time by selling the ornaments he had. Huh? When that is over, he quarreled with the prostitute. See, this is what it is. Prostitute, they are as long as he is giving money, they are. Afterwards, they throw him. So, in this world is the same thing like that. Everybody looking at the foreground, not the background. Only pure devotees, Vaishnavas, look at the background. Remember the example of Haridas Thakur, Jahnavi Devi. Huh? So external. If you are not looking good, or if you don't have money, external things, right? So-called wealth. Actually, this external wealth is all is actually not wealth. Huh? So he ran out of that. Then she threw him out, and then again he started stealing. Many times he got caught. He was punished. Then he was released because he is the son of a very gentleman. Then later on, he gave up. He went to the jungle, forest, killing animals, and eating this and that. The more he engages in these sinful activities, the more his mind becomes distressed. See, this is the one of the things. The Western world don't understand this. They don't see the connection between the mind and the food they are taking. Unfortunate. Biggest flop. If you are eating the violent food, you become violent. Action and reaction are equal and opposite, they say in the school, but they don't explain it. They explain it in terms of inert objects. Wait a minute. The law that is applicable to inert object, don't you think that will also applicable for the living things? No. Laws are not applicable for living beings. We can do anything we want. This is a mentality, So action and react equal and opposite, they say. Wait a minute. What about the food? If the food is coming out of violence, don't you think we also become violent? See, that's the thing. So anyway, so their mind becomes unsteady. Like we were telling. This is what we are talking. What Prahlad Maharaj said, uncontrolled mind, misguided mind. Look at the nowadays youth, uncontrolled mind, misguided. What else do you expect? So that's why if you do Ekadasi, what happens is you put like a transcendental deposit in a bank, in a transcendental bank. Out of that, what happens is your mind becomes pacified. Then discrimination will come. We will see later on what happens is. So then day and night he is suffering. Then what happened? So many days went by. Then because he had done something good in the past or something, one day he was walking by and he saw a sage, Kaundinya Rishi. Kaundinya Rishi was coming with taken bath from the Ganga. His cloth was wet. Huh? And then he was going by, and by one drop of Kaundinya Rishi's from the, now he's walking by, one drop fell on him. Because of that, all his sin was finished. Then he understood his own bad mentality. I was so bad. See, the problem is we do not know how bad it is we are, right? If we understand that, then the solution is there. Solution is very easy. But if you are thinking, I'm okay, then, so like this. So then Anubhuti experienced it. That's what happens when you do Ekadasi, understand? It will give us the reality. Wait a minute. What I'm doing. Understand? Otherwise, we don't see, we see something else. See, people who are addicted, they don't see what is happening to their own body. They say, no, I'm okay, okay. They are, but when they do Ekadasi, they become, wait a minute, I'm not okay. See, that thing. Huh? So, then he paid obeisances to Rishi. Please ask him. Oh, Swamiji, oh Rishi, oh Vijasreshta, foremost among these twice born. Please tell me, I'm suffering. Tell me way to get out of this. See? Then Rishi told him about the Ekadasi, this Mohini Ekadasi. This Mohini Ekadasi is coming. If you follow this, all your sin, even like Mount Meru, Meru Parvata. Meru Parvata meaning, we know Mount Everest is the biggest, right? Thousands of times bigger than that is Meru. Even maybe more, it will be bad. Then Vasishtha Muni is telling Lord Ramchandra, oh Lord Ramchandra, when he heard Kaundinya Rishis about the Ekadasi, so this Dushta Buddhi did Ekadasi, then become sinless. Then he obtained a Divya Dreha, very effulgent. Okay? Listen to this. Then the Garuda came, he sat on Garuda. And where do you think Garuda will take? He will take him to Vaikuntha. Do you see? So, this Mohini Ekadasi, there is nothing higher than that. Whatever we do, Tirthasthan, all these things, it will not be, not even 1/16th of this, following this Mohini Ekadasi. Now, if you just listen, because if someone listens to this Harikatha or tell this Harikatha, then you get the fruit of giving 1,000 cows in charity. So this Vrata is this described in Kurma Purana. Kurma meaning tortoise. Lord came in the tortoise avatar, Kurma avatar. So, like this, the Prahlad is saying what? uncontrolled mind and misguided mind is our enemy within. When one sees everyone in the on the platform of equality, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly. See, this is amazing. No? If you want to worship Lord perfectly, if I say, oh, I'm better, she is low, equality, on the equality of, say, this is funny, not funny. This is like man, woman, country, like that, This is bodily platform, discrimination. I'm better, this. But maybe on the platform, but on the platform of the spirit, is equal. Like I was telling you, these 8 qualities. Satya Kama, Satya Sankalpa. Bhoga Vasana Shunya, Anya Vilashita Shunya. These 4. Then what the other 4? No sin. Sinless. The soul. Vaishnava. Sinless, no disease, ever youthful, eternal youth. Then no death. Then no suffering. See, we are already this. But because of misidentification, because of our misguided mind, uncontrolled mind, we are thinking something else. That's all it. So that's why you have to follow Ekasi Harikatha like that, praying for Prahlad. Then Prahlad says another thing. In former times, there were many fools like you. He is calling his father fool. Fool, like you. Who did not conquer the 6 enemies. 6 enemies. What are the 6 enemies? Kama, Krodha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. Like we talked about. By Prahlad is saying, by doing Bhakti Yoga, what do you get? We conquer the 6 enemies in our mind. So, what these 6 enemies do? They steal away the wealth of the body. Become restless, so many things. These fools, very proud, thinking, what do they say? I have conquered all enemies in all the directions. They say. Like Hiranyakashipu. He said, I have conquered everywhere. Inside he did not conquer. But if a person is victorious over the 6 enemies and is equipoised towards all living beings, living entities, for him there are no enemies. Enemies are merely imagined by one in ignorance. Enemies are merely imagined by one in ignorance. So how beautifully Prahlad Maharaj said. That's why when you have a difficult time, you should remember Prahlad Maharaj. Ajas Thakur, every time, so many. That's why we celebrate the appearance day, disappearance day of so many Vaishnavas. Why? Because by remembering them, you know, uh, Shastra is saying each one of these great personalities can deliver the whole universe. They are so powerful. So by remembering them, uh, we can conquer our 6 enemies by their support, by their blessings. On our own, if you go to war with these 6 enemies, you know what happens? We will not be victorious. Understand? They sneak away, but the great warriors, like our Guru Parampara, these great devotees, they know the in and out of these behavior of these 6 enemies, you know. So they will easily catch and then destroy them. So that's why we seek help of them. Prahlad Maharaj, how much glorify, not end to it. Nrsimhadev, like in the beginning itself, he said, "O Prahlad, why you have come? You have come to establish what is pure devotion." So he says, uh, he says, Prahlad, you have come to this world, Bhakti Pravartan, Shuddha Bhakti Pravartan. He has appeared in this world to bring to glories of pure devotion. That's why he has appeared. And that's why Lord put him into so much difficulties. See, Prahlad did one thing. What he is teaching, he actually practiced it. Is it not? He practiced it. And then he taught it. That's why these demonic, his friends, he gave one harikatha. For how long? Maybe half an hour, 1 hour, maybe. Before his teacher Shanda Amarka came by. What is the effect? Effect is then what is the effect? See, his harikatha was very powerful. That was the Swarupa, Ariswarupa. You understand? His harikatha was Ariswarupa. So just like Hari, Lord Hari, Teja Sampanna, very effulgent, very powerful. So when it entered their ears, all their doubts finished. Then to give up the bad association, they got a lot of strength to give up the bad association. You know. Then they gave up their duplicity and they had the desire to follow pure devotion. So this is what happens by hearing the pure Harikatha. Then what happened? All these demons, boys, now they are no longer demons, they have become Vaishnavas, okay? You have to ask forgiveness from them, Please forgive. See, they were devotees all the time, but now because of the mercy of Prahlad, they become devotees, right? So what devotees, started dancing, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What a transformation. Imagine. Then, at that time, Chanda Amarka came back. When they saw this, everybody saying, Haribol, not Prahlad, just all of them, all the boys. Then they are crying, oh, Sarvana, oh, everything is finished. What happened? Be quiet. Then who is going to listen to them? They were immersed in the holy name. Then stop, we beat you up. No, nothing happened. Then what happened? See, this is very nice. We have to listen to this. What an amazing thing. These two people, this Chanda Amarka, for so many days, what they did, they were doing so many programs, this and that, for what? To protect this very soft mind or buddhi of these boys from Arivimuka, meaning they away from remembering Vishnu. They make sure that these boys will not learn anything about in relation to Lord Hari. No, they are very well protected. Now, what is happening in this world? All the colleges, universities, workplaces, this is what is happening. They are very carefully protecting us from what? Not knowing any relation with Vishnu, existence of Vishnu, how he is controlling and all that. Glories of Vishnu are devotees. Right? This is what is happening. We are being very well protected. Oh, Corona, you should be very careful about Corona. 4th wave, 5th wave. Is really very unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. That's why sooner or later, how long they can keep on doing this? The whole thing is going to break down. And that's what happened to these boys, the Chanda Amarka. Very short time association. Then, association of Prahlad. Of course, they were associating, but not Harikatha. Prahlad only did not tell. Only first time he did Harikatha for only half an hour, 1 hour. Boom, he's finished. Then they were, how quickly, he's finished. Then the Chanda Amarka are thinking, wait a minute. If this Hari goes and, if Hiranyakashipu comes to know what he will do to us, he will let alone keeping our job, he will kill us. So before he listens to this, before he comes to know, we should go and report this immediately. So they ran from there. See, this is what is happening. See, the boys are chanting. Vaishnava, they have become chanting. If they have joined them, Hari, 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 Hari. See, Nrsimhadev Bhagwan would have given protection to him, them also, right? No, and instead of that, they ran away. You understand? This is our symptom also. How many times, how many lifetimes we have run away from the devotees, from Guru? Understand? Oh, no, like that. Anyway, this life we have caught, okay, lucky. So, then he's telling, oh Maharaj, oh King, Hiranyakashipu, Sarvanash, everything is destroyed. Sarvanash, over here. Then this Ashanda Amarga, they have so much fear and then uneasy, Udvega, they are telling, they fell at the feet of Hiranyakashipu, fell down. Now, Prahlad is not alone. There are thousands of Prahlads. you know, before you have to deal with one Prahlad, now thousands, all the boys, or Gurukula has become Prahlads, So, they are not giving no attention to our words because of the bad association of Prahlad, you see. This is the thing. Everybody's mind has become bad, contaminated. Nobody saved. Actually, everybody is saved. See, you understand? They are telling the opposite. Nobody is saved. Only we saved. You should have. Anyway, then they told how they were all doing kirtan and all that. Then described everything. Then Hiranyakashipu became, before himself, he was like a boiling hot. Now he became even hotter. His eyes trying to pop out of his, anger. It's like a snake, hurt snake. If you start putting either a salt or pepper, red chili powder on the where there's an injury, you can imagine, right? So like that, Hiranyakashipu. Then he called Prahlad. Prahlad came, and how was Prahlad? Amazing Kanti, Divya Kanti, effulgence, amazing effulgence. Shanta, very peaceful. Saumya Murti, all is very peaceful, very gentle, very peaceful. And no fear. Nishkam, he was not shivering or anything. Your Hiranyakashipu was shivering, this, that, nothing. Then looking at this, the Hiranyakashipu become even more angry. See, this is what happens, If Prahlad was also, trying, very fearful, they shaking, then it would have been different, right? Oh, he is very fearful of me. Oh, okay, okay, it's okay, not like that. But no, nothing like that. So on the, he became more fear. Like then he's telling, they have no fear at all like that. I'm going to send you to the envelope like that. I'm going to kill you myself. Then Hiranyakashipu is asking, who is your protector? Where do you getting all this strength? Then Prahlad is saying, whoever has any strength in this world, including yourself, is coming from him. Supreme Lord is supplying everything, you know. So then you recite those two shlokas, like before we talking about. How? Oh, Father, give up your demoniac mentality. Don't discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your mind equipoise towards everyone. Except uncontrolled mind and misguided mind. There is no enemy within this world. So when one sees everyone on the platform of equality, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly. See this word. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected this. What? Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vrajaham tvam svapapebhyo mokshamichami mas. In other words, if one surrenders to the Lord out of fear, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, this is not pure bhakti. Because out of some motivation you are worshipping the Lord, right? Only pure love, no, nothing else. That's why Prahlad actually tested by Nrsimhadev. Later on we will see, if the time permits, otherwise maybe next week. So, then he's telling, former time there were so many people thinking I conquered. Many fools like you. See, so if we are under the control of our mind, we are fool number one. Understand? So we should be under the control of buddhi, under direction of we are anugatya. If we leave Vaishnava anugatya, Guru anugatya, we will be fool number one. On the other hand, we'll be most intelligent if we are under the direction of devotees. So that then Hiranyakashipu is telling, it's with like a big one. Hey, you are giving me instruction to me. He became even more angry. Oh, watch out! Oh, in front of me itself, you are doing ninda. You are criticizing so much. Sahas meaning so much strength, or like that. Because he is thinking that there is no God superior to him. So everybody under his control. How come, So then how there is God other than me? No, he's saying. In all these three words. Then he's telling, where is your God? Who is God? Where is your God? Then Prahlad, so nice. He's telling, oh my Father. Oh, why my Father? He is he is inside me. He is inside of you. And everybody is inside. He's there. Then all useless talking, then he's telling, then why is not in this pillar? Why is not in this pillar? Showing that one pillar there. Then Prahlad looked at the pillar. He started crying. Then there he saw Supreme Lord. He saw Supreme Lord. Then Prahlad had tears in his eyes, saying, "Oh Father," his voice choked up. He's saying, "Why you are not seeing him? So he is my Prananath, he is my Supreme Lover, Hari. He is there, how beautiful he is, how nicely he is laughing. Oh, look at his form. Wow. Why you are not seeing this Father?" Then Hiranyakashipu is thinking, wait a minute. He's telling, I'm telling it. Again, you are telling the false, lie. He is telling the lie. Because he is not seeing. How he can see? Because his thinking is no form, and he has no love for the Lord, Premanitra. How we can be, having the darshan of him, how we can be pleased, so you are telling lie again. How many times you keep on telling lies? So I'm going to cut off your head, suppose like. Then he got up from his, his simhasan, and then removed this sword, very, shining, and then, but then a thought came, wait a minute, before I kill Prahlad, let me finish off whoever it is there, in case if he is there. You understand? Prahlad is saying, he's so beautiful. In case if he is there, let me finish him. So like that, he took a sword and hit the pillar like that, very strong. Then what happened? Then he's telling, I will see how your Hari will come and protect you from the pillar. Now saying that, he hit that. Then what happened? Amazing sound started coming out of that. Then the sound gradually became so strong. It's like, looks like whole Brahmanda is going to break into pieces, Everybody's here, including Brahma, Shiva, they got up and then they were shaken. Then what happened? Then that pillar broke into pieces. Then from that pillar came Sarva Lokeshwara, Sarva Vigna Vinashana, Bhagavan Sri Hari, Sri Narahari came out. Jai Sri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki Jai. So he came out. And then, so to make the words of Prahlad true, he said, he is everywhere. Why not on this pillar? Yes, he is there. And he saw him. How beautiful. So now he is appearing in front of Hiranyakashipu. But you think Hiranyakashipu is recognizing him? No. What is he thinking? Hiranyakashipu is thinking, wait a minute. What is this amazing Srishti, creation? If you look at it, Narasimha is not full human nor full lion. Is it a creation of the Brahma or somebody else created? How is it possible he can take birth from a pillar? Like this, so many, see, If you are not under direction of a pure devotee, this is what is, samshaya, doubts keep coming. Then what happens? No clear, more doubts, right? So actually, then of course you see, like before killing the snake, the Garuda, playing around, like that God is playing around. Then when the time came, he caught hold of him and he put him on his lap, and then even though he is blessed with the Brahma, his skin is like not even Indra's thunderbolt cannot pierce, but Lord Nrsimhadev's nails pierced him and took out his intestine thing and put him on and finished it. So because of his so much opposition to his devotee, his heart became like a vajra, like a diamond. So Lord, anyway, one who was Amar, right, meaning deathless, he was finished. So Lord is, that's why he says agatana gatana patiyasi, asambhava sambhava sambhava sambhava, meaning what is impossible, Lord makes it possible. Then at that time, Hiranyakashipu, what he is remembering is dying, right? Oh my mother, father. Then Prahlad is crying. Hey, oh father, please, he was very anxious, Prahlad. He's telling, Mata satoti ma bruhi marane samupastite vada govinda govinda govindeti punah punaha. Oh father, why you're crying this mundane, father? Please, utter Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Antekale Smarne, we are dying, giving up this body, please say Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. See, Prahlad is trying, is helping, But how he will utter Govinda, Govinda at that time? So he has offended, So from the aparadi mouth, when his life force is going away, how Govinda's name will come? So, but in any case, because he has Prahlad's mercy, he has related, even mundane way, later on he will be delivered, in a sense. So, in Vishnu Purana, then we will end. Because my time. Yeah, after telling this. See, Parasara and Maitreya, in the conversation, we see he's saying Lord Nrsimhadev as what? He is amazing, like a prani. Prani meaning what? Animal, like that. Amazing animal, something like that. He was thinking like that. But he is Vishnu. Yeah, he is Vishnu. He did not think like that. That's why what happened is, even though he was killed by the Lord, He has to be again appear. Treta as Ravan. He was not delivered. Ravan. Then he obtained enjoying tendency of the three worlds. Ravana. Bhogalalasa. Yes, unlimited Bhogalal. Was not satisfied. Anyway, even up to the point of stealing Janakanandini, Sita. Then he also saw Lord Ramchandra, but he did not consider him as Vishnu. He thought he was a sadhana, ordinary man. Right? That's why he didn't even bother to ask no death from the human, because useless, like that. So again he has to, even though he got killed by Lord, he has to appear again in Dwapara. So in what happened as Shishupala, he came as, right? You remember? Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Shishupala. Then of course, in this age of Kali, special, he came as Jagai and Mother. This Jagai and Mother. So when it comes to Shishupala, what happened was, he was a Chedi Raj. There's a name of a place. He was a king there. Very upland king. But he was thinking Lord Krishna is the Vishnu, Vasudeva. He was thinking like that. But because of the past life, like Hiranyakashipu, then Ravana, you understand? The enmity with the Vishnu continued. But now he is thinking Krishna is Vishnu, but enmity is there. That's why while taking bathing, food, sleeping, dream, whatever it is, he was always criticizing Krishna. That was the only thing he was doing every time. Criticizing. Because of that, Krishna Nama, he was Uchar, he was thinking, but at the same time, all his Amangala was going away, far away. But Antima time, when Sri Krishna came to kill him with his Sudarshan Chakra, then he saw under the effulgence of the chakra, he saw Lord as a Supreme Lord. Because looking at that darshan, and then he killed by the chakra, he obtained his liberation. That's why he entered effulgence of the Krishna that time. So after 3 lives, Hiranyakashipu, he liberated. So this is what Vishnu Purana says. Then what happened? Then other demons started coming to fight with Nrsimhadev, and then of course he finished. He put the body of Hiranyakashipu on the floor, and then with his nails he finished all of them. When nobody was around, enough everybody was finished, he came and sat down, and then all the devatas, everybody started glorifying Lord. But Lord is very angry. Because my devotee got disturbed like that. Then look at what happened. Then Shiva, Brahma, Then Brahma requested Lakshmi, please Lakshmi, you go and pacify Lord. Then Lakshmi is telling, then he's saying, I've never seen this very fearful form. I've never seen and I've never heard about it. That's why I cannot go nearby. I'm afraid. Actually, in our mind is, now the reason is telling is, she had a thing, Adbhuta Rasa. See, Nrsimhadev has a Vatsala Rasa. Remember one time we were telling the 3 main and then 5 main and then 7, secondary. So the 3 avatars. So Nrsimha Avatara is Vatsalya. So to have the Vatsalya of Prahlad. Prahlad. So she knew she didn't want to go near her. And how God has come to protect Prahlad, to show mercy on him, to bring about, then Brahma requested, went to nearby Prahlad and said, oh Prahlad, he has come to protect you, please go and pacify him. So as soon as Prahlad went and put his Dandavat Pranam, immediately, all his anger was gone. Nobody knew where it went. He was, So there's so much Vatsalyaras, so much love towards Prahlad. And then he got him up and then going all around his head and then, he's so put his lotus feet on his head. So like that. And then what is Lord saying? Oh, Prahlad. You have gone through so much difficulty. You have gone through so much difficulty. My coming became very late, little late. That's why in your mind, don't keep anything, don't feel, bad about it or like that. See, Lord is like how a scared small boy we tell, father, father tell, like that, he's telling. Then Lord started licking his body of like lion does, So this is amazing. Then Prahlad, because of the touch of lotus feet of Lord, he got so much. Of course, before itself, if you devotee, lotus feet. Then because of the touch of the Lord, now he become even more effulgent and then speaking power. So our time is up. We'll continue next week. जय जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, समस्त भक्त बांधव की जय। जय गौर प्रेम हरि हरि बोलो। Is everything okay in South Africa? I have so many floods. But I could not believe it. So much flood. Don't be fearful like Prahlad. No. In our life, so many different kind of floods come and go. But if we keep remembering Prahlad, and compare our floods to Prahlad floods, then you'll become. I hope everything is well with all of you. And I keep praying. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhevachya patitanam pavane. Yo
Vaishnavyo Namo Namah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for that lecture. Class is so wonderful to hear. And it's like the analogy you gave for the floods and how we should equate it to Prahlad Maharaj's flood, how he endured so much of difficulties from his own father. It's a very good analogy for how to during this time in South Africa, which we had a flood. So thank you so much for that, Gurudev. Every day we give us such wonderful classes. It helps us so much inspire us so we can also having you as a very from helps us so much in our progress in Bhakti and social path.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next we'll continue with Gaura Bhajan from Braj Kishore Das Prabhu.